Okay, guys, Melissa again. So I am home. I am settling in. I don't know what's up with my makeup lately. I keep smudging my mascara, and I've been trying to take it off with the cream I usually use, and it keeps smudging. I maybe it's like the mascara I'm using. I don't know. So a couple things I want to talk about. I am concerned. I have a son who I feel like needs his dad in New Hampshire, and I got a text today, and it just, was discouraging a little bit. And I just think it's really important for your sons to have their dad. So, I don't know what's going on. I wasn't able to get back in contact with him, and he had said some things today, and I said, hey, that self talk that you're talking to yourself is not okay. I mean, don't be talking to yourself like that. Self talk is extremely important, right? So we all need people, we all need support. I will even call sometimes my son's work and be like, how is he doing? Is he still working there? And there's been times like I haven't been able to talk to him in a while, and then there's times he'll talk to me more, and it's really important as a mom. You gotta trust God. You really do. And it's just, something in my gut today, though, is like something doesn't sound right. And so it's important to still, you've gotta trust God. So, and I want to talk about something too here along those lines as a mom. So, it's so much as trusting God, and we don't have that in an equation here. We don't have it with the pro-life movement. When I was talking to this pregnancy center today, there is so much human trafficking, so much immigration, and it just breaks my heart to hear about these girls having so many abortions. I think one Planned Parenthood was 100,000, and then there was some other numbers, and we got to solve this. This is awful. But I want to say something. Someone commented again on my channel, and I love the comments. Go ahead and make them. I love them. But when a girl gets raped, okay, the thing is that is like the number one argument to kill your baby, and it's not acceptable. A lot of women have gotten raped, and they keep their babies. And I think, some people will be like, oh, if she had her baby, she'd go crazy. I don't think so. Not with a lot of good counseling. So I think I should bring that into the pregnancy centers too, about if women get raped, what kind of counseling there is for that. I'm not going to say, I mean, I was not raped, but I did have some pressure. I did not want to be with my boyfriend. And then I did choose to be with him. And then after I chose to not break up with him, is what I should say, I did feel a lot of pressure to have sex with him. Like, I mean, I was like, look, that condom doesn't look right. And I was hesitant. Nothing close to a rape. I'm not even going to go there with rape, but there was pressure. And even though I absolutely, in every way, tried not to get pregnant, I tried so hard not to get pregnant, although I was sleeping with him because that is the way it was. It would have been better, right, not to sleep together, but that's just something you didn't do in the culture I grew up in. So, second best thing was to use a condom, right? And then when it broke, I was really mad. I mean, I was really mad. I was just like, take me home, definitely breaking up with him now. And I think a lot of times us girls don't know how to handle, adult situations. So, even with that though, and even though I didn't want to be fat and I didn't want to be, pregnant in that way, I think with good counseling, things would have turned around because you've got 9 months to deal with this, right? You don't even have to really, I mean, I was already close to 3 months along. So right there, I'm already, pretty far along, okay? If you focus in on the counsel and the girls get the help, I think the time they have the baby, they are either going to fall in love with the baby or they're going to be like, yes, adoption, adoption. So I do not think abortion is an option. I don't know. I don't care which way you put it. I don't care. There are people who should be able to offer support. And going back to my son, I have always been there for my sons. There's one that sometimes I will reach out to on Facebook. I think he's off social media again. I don't know. I haven't heard from him. But I am always there for my sons. And I think that is so important to be there as a mom for your daughter. I just heard, on a text, somebody said they're afraid to tell their parents they're pregnant. You got to be able to parent in a way that your kids can come to you and say, hey, this is what's going on. And, I try to keep the door of communication open with my guys. The other night I was talking to one of my guys here and I'm like, so how is this going? And what happened here? And, what was her, what's her perspective on it? And I try to keep the door open, and I'm telling you, it's got to be communicate, over and over. And when they're older and they're teens, they need a lot of attention. And then when they're adults, they still need a strong support system. And it's just so frustrating to see how this divorce has affected my sons too, or my husband wanting a divorce, because it affects your sons. It affects them greatly, and they may not be showing it, but they feel like their whole life is just crumbled, right? Like where is the identity they had before? So divorce is pretty destructive, guys. It really is. I wouldn't recommend it for anybody. Not a good thing for families, and it does take a lot of love to turn things around. I had said to my son today, I didn't like some of the self-talk he was telling himself, and I said, you know what, I love you unconditionally. And that should be how we love our husbands, unconditionally, which I do love my husband. He's just turned into my husband has just gone down such a dark path. It's just unbelievable, the path he took, instead of, he went and found himself a place to live and didn't even care about us, finding us a place to live. He went and stayed with Kevin. He could have done a million things and made sure we had a place to live with him. So this divorce is affecting my sons greatly, and it's just so discouraging when you want the best for your sons. You want a strong support system for them. You want them to thrive in life. You want them to succeed, right? And I'm not saying that they can't succeed. I'm not saying that. And as a matter of fact, a lot of times, a lot of the guys will be like, I'm not going to be like my father, and I will do a better job, and they do succeed. So, it doesn't have to be that way, is what I'm saying. So anyways, be open to communication. And again, as we look at, women who have been raped, or 14-year-olds who have been pregnant, it's got to always go back to the family. It's got to go back and say, what happened? Why, a rape is never a woman's fault, okay? But why is this going on? Why is that going on? And then if a woman is raped, it has to be counsel. It has to be. I mean, there's an abortion. What does that mean? It means you killed your kid, so you got double the trouble. And then even then, it doesn't mean she's going to heal. I mean, she would still need counsel from that rape after the abortion, and then she needs counsel to help her with the abortion. So you are doing a woman a disservice to think that abortion is an answer to a rape or incest. If there's incest, it's not the kid's fault. Give the kid up for adoption. So that's what I got. No way ever is abortion okay. And we are looking at pregnancy centers too and seeing, okay, we have this to offer. Twice a year we do post-abortive care. But how many women are signing up for healing? Not enough. They're like, yes, I've had an abortion, but they haven't gotten any healing. So I keep on pushing. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I will be talking about stuff, like I said. I'm going to do a video right now on my other channel. And then I'm going to send some stuff over to the community director at the organization I work with, and she will reach out to this pregnancy center and she will answer a lot of the questions that I could not answer, about the mobile unit, the bus with the ultrasound machine on it, and the free marketing that they offer. So I am going to be letting her know to reach out to these people. And I mean, I sell stuff as a waitress, and I do most of my calls I can get. We're going to call you back with information about the mobile bus because it's important. It's so important for girls to see the ultrasound. Okay, that's what I got for now, guys. Thanks for joining me.